these overlap and they start pressure.
Whereas gravel is nice and sunny.
Yeah.
Being boat builders, you're maintaining the tourism on the Broads. People see the Broads as somewhere you can just go hire like a day boat here and there. The problem with that is they don't realise behind the hiring of the day boats, you've got to create the said day boats. You've got to maintain them for when people break them. It's a trade that is a dying trade, so we need younger people in it anyway.
Unless there's some kind of initiative from the higher authority to keep the skills going, it's going to die out.
I'm very old-fashioned in a lot of ways. I've always seen woodwork as more of a crafty craft. You can look at a chunk of wood and say, right, I'm going to make that out of that piece. And then you have almost the therapeutic side of it, shaping it and doing the woodwork. I can do the high-end fiberglassing, I just choose not to. The good thing about boat building is you don't have to be academic. I know multiple boat builders are dyslexic, they can't read or write, but they can do all sorts of lovely jobs with their hands because they're a practical person. At high school I discovered that you could boat build. I mean, I've always been a sailor. I've always enjoyed making things, and then it was just that last little step when I put the two and two together.
I spent most of my working career running around with my hair on fire. So it was quite nice to do something completely different.
The hunters' boats are particularly unique on the Broads. They have less inside, but their sailing quality is much higher.
These boats are designed to sail on a river that is not necessarily very wide, so they'd be able to turn sharply and tack against the wind. We're trying to provide the 1930s experience using classic 1930s boats. I think that's unique, actually, because we've got this fleet of sailing boats that we want to keep the same. We don't want to change them. There are boats here, you wouldn't find them anywhere else. They're built to sail on the Norfolk Broads.
In a wooden boat, the rig tension can sort of change the shape of the boat a little bit. It makes it more interesting when things are turning and it changes how everything's performing. I often will say to customers, there's a very strange definition to luxury. They'll say, oh, the other one's luxury compared. They're only referring to things like all the electronics, like having radios and showers, hot running water. In some people's eyes, those are the luxuries. But if you redefine the word luxury, the experience is the luxury you're getting. Within boat building, you're working with difficult angles and shapes. I know a lot of people who have gone more into things like kitchen fitting and carpentry, this and that, but it doesn't work the other way around. Things like cabinet makers, they can make a lovely cupboard. When it comes to a boat, they can't do it because they can't do the round stuff. It's a very good skill to have, boat building. Not just because it has transferable skills, but it's something that can get you out on the water more. It's something that's good for your mind. We still do everything that they did in the 1930s. We're trying to keep that experience still alive. We're trying to keep those skills still alive.
Keeping this fleet going, I just think that's the challenge, is to keep it going. As long as people continue to use those boats, they're going to need people to fix them.